Here's something else you have to do too. I've got a window over here and it's playing havoc on me. I thought it was closed all the way, and see how this plastic is bulged out? Look how far this is bulged out here up at the top, see? And see that wall there, I had that where those tape marks are. I had that pushed on top of some cabinets over there, and that's already kind of pulled loose. But I've got in the other room, I've got a door here. I propped that open a little bit, got an air conditioner on, put that on just fan, put a ceiling fan, turn that on. So I'm hoping to blow some air in here and push some of this back, because here's my thinking. If I start scraping this off, last thing I want is for it to weigh down the plastic and then start ripping the masking tape down and having all my hard work come down for naught. Okay? Think about stuff like that. Ha! I was toying with the idea to do the test on my own without showing it to you, but I know you like me to show stuff. And I got my safety glasses on too. Now, I haven't had this up there that long, and it seems, look at that, it seems like it's going to come off nice. See there? Wow. You know, I could do this whole ceiling with my 6-inch if I wanted to. But I'll get the other one up here and see how that's going to go. I only have this up here for, oh, I don't know, 10 minutes or so. Now see, it's going to make a mess all over. But that's okay. I'm all prepared for it, aren't I? And I'm going to be able to scoop all that stuff up too, because I prepared myself. Okay, I'm going to try this other one. And I just don't want it to run the edges in and start making scratch marks on the ceiling, you know what I mean? That's going to come off nice. I don't have to take the whole 10-inch all in one go. You know, I can do a little bit at a time and do some more and back and forth, clean off that edge. And like I said, I can put this on a broom handle and see how that's going to work. Then I wouldn't have to get up as high on the ladder, but because it's at an angle, you know, I might have to get up there anyways. But the ceiling's up pretty high, so I might want to use the broom handle on here. Then I could just use what I have. I didn't have to buy anything at the store. That's where it stopped, right in there is where it stopped. And see, if you don't use water at all, you could kind of scrape on it, but it's going to be harder to do it that way. And you're going to leave residue, and you're going to have to sand that off. So get the water up there, and you don't have to make a big old mess. I've seen people use a spray nozzle on a hose. Well, yeah, you can do that if the house is not occupied, if you don't have carpet down or flooring or furniture all over the place like we do, right? I'm just going to do it nice and easy, a little bit, kind of around the edges. I don't want to just plow through there, you know, real hard and get a whole bulk of it on there and pull my masking tape down. I'm a little bit concerned with that. So a little bit as I go, you know, and I'll get it. And see, the other thing, like I said, you don't want to get too much water up here, because the last thing you want is to start loosening up any existing sheetrock mud or paper tape underneath the mud or anything like that, or create water stains up here. You know, this is going to dry because it's not up there that long, right? And so I should not get any water stains on there because I had water on there. And you saw I didn't put that much water up there, okay? All right. I think you know how to do it now, by Joe. Here's something to think about. When you're right up to the edge, you know, I've just got my 8-inch, or 6-inch. You get right up to the edge. Don't try to clean that off perfect, because no matter what you do, it's not going to be nice and straight enough to where you can leave this tape up here, okay? And the more I work on this, if I work on this edge too much, I may start loosening up this tape, because once I get up to that point, you know, I'll have to, I can clean it up maybe a little bit and see what I can do. But then when I get done with the entire ceiling, I'll let the tape dry a little bit. I'll pull it down and I'll move this tape down a little bit. That way I can clean this up, because the line, when you work on that, you'll see when you put your tape up, it's not a perfectly straight line. You've got nooks and crannies and highs and lows onto the wall. And after I paint the white ceiling, I'm probably going to have to caulk this inside corner, and on top of that, some of this acoustic spray is going to be down on the wall. I may have to cut in my walls again too. So, you know, I'm just going to be careful along the edges for now, and I'll have to address that when I get the rest, you know, the majority of the ceiling done. I'll get the ceiling done all the way up to like that, and then I'll kind of go back and I'll look at that and see what I'm going to do. Because at that point, if the tape starts coming loose, it could go and pull all of it down. I don't care if it does that after I get all this other stuff off the ceiling, you know what I mean? Then it's just around this edge. But once I get to that point, I still want to have this plastic up, so I'll lower this down, and I'll just have a couple inches here or whatever. That way I can clean up the edge and do whatever, and then I'll have to decide at that point, do I want to raise this plastic back up, or am I going to cut that in by hand? Am I going to put some more tape up there and then paint so I don't have to cut in, and then pull the masking tape off and then cut in the walls or whatever? Okay, every job's going to be slightly different, especially with this popcorn ceiling. So I'm just trying to give you some different thoughts to think about on your project. And you know what? I know you can do it. One more thing I wanted to share with you. You know, I was dreading this part because I wasn't sure how easy it was going to come down, how smooth the ceiling was going to be and all that. I thought that was going to be the hard chore. But you know what? The hardest chore is to put this plastic up, put the masking tape up, make sure the floor is covered and all that kind of stuff. This part here, I think, is going to be the fun part. And whenever I come across something that I think might be worth your while, I'm going to tell you about it. Now, what you want to do, I guess you want to go in just small areas as you go. You don't want to saturate the entire ceiling and then think, oh, I'll just do it all in one whack and be done with it. Then you're going to have the acoustic spray. It's going to be wet for way longer, and then you're going to have a chance of your tape loosening up that much more, because just this, I've noticed there's a little tape that's come loose right there, and I've got another piece down here on the inside corner. I'm going to be having to be careful with that, and there's some right on the inside corner all the way over there in the corner too. So I'm still going to be aware of that. So, you know, when you do this much, try to scrape off all of the area that you've got wet, so that then your ceiling will have a chance to start drying now. You know? Remember that. Don't leave that water up there too long on that acoustic spray. Okay? Small sections at a time, and you don't have to wait that long for it to get saturated before you start scraping it off. I waited about 10 minutes. Somebody told me about 20 minutes. I tried 10 minutes. I think this next bit, I'm going to go about 5 minutes to try to get less water up there, because even that, you know, I think will be fine. But I don't want to go any more than that, and preferably just a little bit less moisture than that as well. Keep her going. You know what? My new technique, because I'm up on a ladder and it's hard to maneuver this thing around, because I don't like to get the legs hitting the plastic, because that could rip it down too. Just spray. I've just been spraying enough that I can reach on the ladder. You know, about that far. Obviously, if you got help, somebody can work in front of you or whatever. And I don't even let it, that's all I spray it. And I don't even really let it wait. You don't have to let it wait. I let that first bit go for about, 15 minutes or so. So I'm just getting right up on here. Now, granted, I could let it wait just a hair longer. The longer you wait, though, the more water it leaves on your sheetrock tape and everything up above, right? Ah. I probably could have let it wait just a hair longer, you know, but don't let it wait 10 minutes, 3 or 4 minutes is all. That's all you really need to do. Boy, I'm up here on the second rung from the top, or the first from the top. You see that little bit there has been on the ceiling how long? 2 minutes? 3 minutes? And away it goes. Guess I do have to move my ladder a little bit from where I just look up there. That's why you need a construction light. I don't have any light in this room except my construction light, because I had to take the ceiling fan down. Can you imagine if I left the ceiling fan? It would have been all icky. I mean, you can put plastic all around it, but then it's got to be primed and painted, and I might have to do some sheetrock work up there. It just would have been in the way. Plus, the mounting housing and the trim was over the top of this acoustic spray, so I didn't want to just go around the edge. This way, I'll go around it just fine, and it will be nice and pretty once I reinstall the ceiling fan. Okay? Now see, if you got a whole house or something, yeah, you might want to go a little bit quicker than this, but I've got this one bedroom to do. That's my project for today, is just this one bedroom, and I've got about, I guess I've got about 1/3 of it done so far, and I'll just keep trucking along and get her done.